Good day everyone, and welcome to the part 2 of our plant animation. Last time, we highlighted these leaves and press the Ctrl J to merge them. And let's right click this object and then convert to mesh. So if you go to Modifier properties and add modifier, then click the simple deform and go to bend, we see that if you move the angle here, the leaves will bend along with the x-axis like this. If the orientation of this object would be different, then it might be a little bit more difficult to set it up. So there's always this kind of hassle with orientation when it comes to modifiers like simple deform and curve modifiers and stuff like that. And when I build this scene, this is the setup that worked for me, so make sure you are following that if you want the same result. Okay, so now that we have all the objects in place, then let us reset this angle to 0. Then let's click the stem here. Then on the curve modifier, let's disable the curve for a second here. Now let's press 1 on the numpad key. Let's move the viewport to see all the objects clearly. Now let's click the leaves, then press G to move and R to rotate like this, and press S to make it bigger. But before we build the rest of the plant, we'll take advantage of link animation data. Of course, this could be done after, but it's easier when you do it before. So let's rotate our viewport like this. Now let's go to the output properties. Then let's set our frame rate like 30. And now on the playback below, let's drag it to 30. Now on the modifier properties, on bend, let's adjust it to 43, something like that. Then press I. Now on playback, let's drag it to 1. Then let's bend it like this. Then press I. We have now an animation here. Now let's go to frame 30. Press 1 on numpad to view the front view. Now press Alt D to duplicate. Press R to rotate and S to scale. Now you can try it now on your own. And if you are done, now let's click the branch or stem, then right click, let's convert to mesh, and now select all objects. Just hold the shift while selecting the objects, and now press Ctrl P and select vertex triangle. Now let's play it, and we have an animation here. And now if we select the parent object here, you can see that the curve modifier was gone because we converted this to mesh. Now let's click the add modifier and add curve. Click on the curve object tool. Then on the form axis, select the Z axis. Then rotate your viewport. Now you can see your plant there. So if we move this along the Z axis, press G and Z This will be very helpful right here with this type of animation, and now this is basically all the setup we need. So let's add some animation here. Press Alt G to reset the location of our object here. And let's go to playback and set our frame to 60 for example. And let's press I and insert location and scale. These are the two properties I want to animate, and let's drag to frame 1. And first of all, I want to enable recording here. Then press G and Z and move it down like this. And that will create our location. And now press S and scale it down. So it goes under like that, and I'll create our scale keyframe. So now let's disable the recording here and let's play the animation. But the curling happens before the plant is scaled. And of course, it happens all at once. So what we do next is to separate the animation data on different branches. So let's select them. Just press the Shift and select the leaves. And go to Objects, Relations, Make Single User, and Object Animation. And this will split the animation. And they are still linked objects if you edit them. But the animation is separated. So now you can just select them one by one. Just click these leaves first. Now move your mouse on the playback. Just press G. Then you will see the changes of your mouse cursor. All you have to do is move your mouse like this, so the leaves will move without moving its position. And it's up to you where you want to place them. So for example, I'll move it to 30. Now select the other leaves, press G, and I'll set it to 35. Press G and move it to 40. Press G and move it to 45. Press G and move it to 50. Press G and move it to 55. Press G and move it to 60. So now if you see, it uncurl one after another. Now let's rotate some leaves. Let's click, for example, the top of the leaves. Just press R and press Z twice. And I think it better matches the curvature there. So let's rotate some leaves there. Just press R twice. So you can try it now. Okay, so if you were done, let's find some view here. Now let's add some camera. Just press Shift A, then choose the camera. Now press Ctrl Alt 0 to place the camera on our viewport. Now on the output properties and on the resolution, let's set it to 1200 pixels in X and 1200 pixels in Y. And now let's add some animation to the camera. So for example, at frame 90, we want to be all the way up here, so I'll press I and insert location. Now let's go to frame 1, press G and Z twice, and let's try to move your mouse to zoom in something like this. And let's play it. So now we have animated the camera. And of course, we can add some world color as well. Just go to Material Properties, click Color, and find some world color to add ambience. And I think that's fine for me. You can add some lights objects to make your project very attractive. And this will be the end of my tutorial on the plant animation, and see you on the next Blender animation tutorial. So please help my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and you can do a comment if you have some questions and suggestions. So thank you everyone.